Hi guys, hope you enjoy the content, but before you do that, don't forget to give us a like on YouTube. It really does help out. While you're also giving us a like, don't forget to hit subscribe and of course that little bell button to get notified. Also give us a share as well. But before you do that, you can also get a contact with us via Discord. The link is in the description below. So, on to the videos.
Talk is cheap, especially on this station, featuring more rich, angry people complaining.
Hi guys, welcome to Multi-Theft Auto San Andreas. That's right, we're on MTA. GTA San Andreas, old school game. Absolutely love it. This is a server I've had for about a year now, a long ass time. So yeah, as you can see, it's modded. There's a lot of car mods in it. Actually, I'll show you the list. So cars. So you've got Audis, Bentleys, Cadillac, BMW. I keep forgetting to scroll. Changes the volume. So you've got Chevy, Chrysler, pretty much anything. Let's get a car behind us. Without this way. So in this server, I'm trying to make it a bit more role play. As you can see, I've got a custom made radio station at the bottom. You can have whatever, all the GTA standard stations, and there's a few online stations as well that I've actually added myself. So it's some pretty good shows, radio. That TVG train, I keep wanting to delete it, I keep forgetting to delete that. It's on the wrong train, because that's a freight train. So yeah, we've got all these different cars, and you've got trucks and stuff, miscellaneous vehicles, SUVs, station wagons. So you've got Raptor, Volvos, Cadillac Escalade, all these different things. So Capriza, yeah, I wouldn't say that's I would say it's a station wagon. So it's your typical free roam, which I've left on. I might actually, hold on, I'll do that later. I'll turn the option off to freeze that, because you shouldn't be able to. That will eventually sync itself.
The government wants you to hear.
Because I've actually got a real-time server, so the actual server runs on the east coast of America, which is where the server host is. I love the radio stations, man. So you've got people, you've got cars. Yeah. I love this car. It's what's it, a Continental, I think. So yeah. I've got different scripts as well. I'm trying to make it, as it says, RPG. So we've got like bus mods, taxi jobs. So if you get a taxi, you just type in start job. You can go and pick up people, what have you. I've got like signals, so left, right, etc.
The trial of allegedly disgraced police officers Frank Tenpenny and Eddie Pulaski began yesterday. Although Mr. Pulaski was not a court person, prosecutors maintain both are guilty of murder,
Amtrak, which the reason I made it Amtrak is because that's California and that.
Government officials are denying any knowledge of black helicopters that were recently seen flying over the state.
Black helicopters? What black helicopters?
That clears it up. A Las Venturas institution, Caligula's, forced to admit that it was recently robbed. It's the first major heist carried out on a Venturas casino in 30 years. Government officials are not ruling foul play. Meanwhile, no explanation has been forthcoming as to why the Sherman Dam stopped generating electricity for a few hours recently. One bystander blamed aliens who drink electricity before deflowering virgins. I'm Leanne Forget, WCTR News. It's going to get worse. Trust me.
Think it lustrous.
Man, I see this cat all the time. Man, his hair be fly. So I had to grab him. I said, look here, homie. How you get your...
Let me tell you something about Clinton Jackson. Let your buddy tell you something. I know you're looking at me thinking you got me all figured out, but I'm going to tell you. I was not a good student. I wasn't a bad kid, but I wasn't a good student. You know what I mean? And my mind was just always elsewhere. Right? Even at my high school graduation, I didn't even hear him calling my name because I was too busy playing with the tassel on my hat. My name is just echoing through the building. Even when they called my name, I didn't go get the diploma. I just stood there, you know what I mean? Because I was too scared, right? Because I didn't want it not to be true. You know what I mean? I didn't want them to be tricking me. I knew I wasn't supposed to be graduating. Clinton Jackson will not be graduating. I ain't tripping. I'm gonna do comedy. See, but you know what? I know some of you don't even feel what I'm talking about. You don't even know what I'm talking about because you were good students and you don't know the struggle of somebody like me, right? See, you are, some of you, I know, because I used to see, I used to look over at you in class. You know what you did, right? Yeah, you did good. You got your work turned in on time, and you got everything right. Good grades, went on, got a couple of degrees now, you know what I mean? Well, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to the other people, my people. I'm talking to anybody who's ever prayed for a D. I'm talking to anybody who's ever done a book report for a book you did not read. Right? The day that is due, you looking at the back of the book trying to do a report. This was the epic tale of a man and his dreams. It's destined to become a classic, says the New York Times. And me. I grew up in Oakland, California, right? Born and raised. And I live in LA now, right? But we take trips up. Matter of fact, we went up from LA to San Francisco, and it's about a 6-hour trip, right? It was late. My wife was asleep because she's useless in the car keeping me company. Right? We drive up, and I was tired, so I got me one of them energy drinks. I figured I'll pull over and try a couple of them. You know what I'm talking about, the little carbonated things. They tell you they give you a boost, give you energy, right? Give you wings. Yeah. If you drink one of them. What they don't tell you, if you drink 4 of them, you're liable to be out on the hood of the car naked. Thank you very much, New York City. Love you.
a lot of guys that grew up in a big Italian neighborhood, grew up in Rome. I lived in Brooklyn for a while. Thank you very much. I love New York. My uncle just opened up a nice Italian restaurant. It's called, hey, eat this. I lived in a crummy neighborhood. I remember when I was little, like, we'd be like laying in bed at night and looking at the stars and thinking like, what the hell's the roof?
Yeah. I enjoyed listening to the comedy channels, that's quite funny. Frankie Boyle was on it the other night. I was splitting sides, it was hilarious. I was playing Rocket League at the same time, I just couldn't control myself. So yeah, the details for the server will be in the description below. If you do want to join it, you are more than welcome. I'll even show you the name of it. That's its name. That's the IP. If you want to find it. So the notes is when you're first joining a server in general, you would know this, you need to download all the mods. Because I've got so many mods on this, it will take you initially about 10 to 15 minutes depending on where you are and your download speed. It's about 1.5 gigs. I know it's a lot, it's almost the size of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas itself, but most of the game has been modified. The cars, and I think some of the player skins as well, are modified, and the weapons. So yeah, that's all I will say about it.
You know, back then when people all styled their hair with buttermilk and there was 4 tawny yellow piano pub key teeth between a family, and then it's all transformed after 18,000 million years of that. It's suddenly become kind of mesh of Barcelona and Miami. Everybody's going out with somebody called Fujufia. And you know it's a sign of a country thriving and a city being very successful when you can't afford to live there. People say, yes, I've got a very easy commute, I live in the Aran Islands. No problem. And we live in a tree, yeah. It's only €400,000. But, so, I don't envy you all that. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. But you know, and hello and everything, by the way, I don't spend a huge amount of time on that because I find, you know, it's one of the portals of conversation people get very, very freaked out about. Because you can use hello, and then after that you're on your own, really. You know, people get scared after hello. They go, hello, sir. You want a pineapple? They don't know what to do next. So I just kind of skip it. What was I going to say? Quickly, I can't remember. I can't do everything around here. Oh, no. Oh, no. I mean, the smoking, the anti-smoking law, all these things, you know, people are getting pissed off about them and so on. Just, you asked me about it, but you know, you get used to all those things eventually. It's very, very tricky. I got used to these herbal cigarettes, and there's no big deal about it. These new improved herbal cigarettes that are an amazing replica of the old ones I used to smoke. But, no, don't laugh. It's too sad. It shouldn't be an act of any kind of, you know, social disobedience to light a cigarette, you know, unless you're actually a doctor working at an incubator. It shouldn't be a big deal. You outlaw all this stuff. It's incredible nannyism, and it's not going to work. I know in a couple of years what will happen is all the government inspectors will all be found dead in ditches covered in cigarette burns. That's what's going to happen. People enjoy what's bad for them, and they always have. You know? Nobody rings up Abracababra or any burger house at 4 in the morning and says, have you got any salad? I want a radish. I just, I need one. Heroin does that to you. I kind of have limited sympathy with people who get messed up by heroin, because you would think by now some of them would have heard something bad about it, People might say, yeah, it's very buzzy, but it can give you a bit of a jippy tummy, And I don't bother with drugs myself, I'm at that age now, I don't need to. If I want to rush, I just get out of a chair when I don't expect it. Forget to give yourself a couple of days' notice before you tie your shoes. Whoosh, what a rush. And but you do. You like the things that are bad. Everybody does. And you people go a bit mad, I think, in a city especially, because it gets very stressful. People fly the traffic and people flying around, people go strange. They go for all sorts of weird things that are very bad for them, the gym and yoga and all those highly carcinogenic activities that will catch up with you in the end. Or even those really moronic little books, you get now How to Release the Inner You, or Find the 95 Habits of Totally Effective Tosspots You Don't Want to Talk to in the First Place. Or Release Your Potential, that's another one. Now that's a very, very dangerous idea. You should stay away from your potential. I mean, that is something you should leave absolutely alone. You'll mess it up. It's potential. Leave it. And anyway, it's like your bank balance. You always have a lot less than you think. You don't look at it. No. Leave it as it's a locked door within yourself. And that's how it should be. Because then at least in your mind, the interior will always be palatial. Wonderful gleaming marble floors, brocaded drapes, mullioned windows covered in mullions, whatever they are, and flamingos serving drinks, pianos shooting out canapes into the mouths of elegant men and women who are exchanging witticisms. Yes, this reminds me of the time I was in Budapest with Binky. We were trying to steal a goose from the casino. One Volvo. Don't open the door, because it won't be like that. All you're going to see will be one tiny, grey, startling little cat with diarrhea, sitting on a mattressless, iron-sprung bed with its huge eyes mewing at you. Smoking as well, probably. As an emphysemic landlady untangles her pop socks in the background. And some terrible guy, the colour of an aubergine, rounds the corner holding a mug of beef tea, wearing a string vest, and says, "Man." That's your potential. But look at the people who use it, who do actually give it everything, Like great athletes, the Beckhams or Roy Keanes of this world. People charging, running up and down the field, swearing and shouting at each other. Are they happy? No! They're destroying themselves. Who's happy? You, the fat fucks watching them. With a beer can, balanced on your ninth belly, roaring advice of the best athletes in the world. You wanker! It's not going to make you happy. It'll depress you when you find out how little you've got, You don't want to find out that the most you could possibly achieve, if you gave it your all, if you harvested every screed of energy within you, and devoted yourself to improving yourself, that all you would get to would be maybe eating less cheesy snacks. Nobody needs to know this. And all those people who do try and improve themselves, they're very unimaginative. The people who go to the gym in pursuit of their ideal body and so on, lifting all the machines and the pulling and dangerous things, and shouldn't be in there. Nobody should be in there. They're in pursuit of their ideal body, but all they come out with is something that's a bit harder and firmer and more tucked, you know. That's boring. I mean, the word here, the key word, is ideal. You could have anything. My ideal body, you know, would be just probably something like, one eye. You probably only need one. A kind of sucker thing instead of teeth, because they just give you grief in the end, you know? And a long, long tube with my arms way over there so I don't have to deal with it. That would be ideal. Ashtrays are illegal as well. And, you know, those people who get implants, it's so depressing, you know, people, I don't know, what's that root, the root of that, you know, maybe they want more love or attention or what it is, but they always go for the most obvious place, you know? Here, well, if you really want more attention, why not get them in your eyes? You know, and then move your eyes down to where your nipples used to be, put your breasts up on your head, everybody will pay attention. And looking after yourself is kind of dull. You know, the things you're supposed to eat, the sprouting things that grow at you. Nobody wants that stuff. You can't get it off your plate quickly enough because it keeps reproducing. And you do have to make some concessions, you know, as you get older. I mean, I'm vegetarian, you know, for instance. I'm not hardcore. You know, I eat a lot of meat. But that's only because I like the taste. So morally, I win, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't mess around. You know, a lot of people think maybe I should just eat fish, you know, or be vegan, totally cut everything out. You know, I do things with faces. That's all I want. Give me the face, cut it off, throw the rest away, flash by the face. I like to interact with my food. And you always win the staring competitions if you eat the eyes. But even that has become something that's much harder to enjoy. Just eating. Because it's been fetishized by this idea of lifestyle, you know? The cookery programs that everybody
Right,
wants are
folks, I've got other things to do, so I'm going to end this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Hope you enjoyed this episode of MTA. As I said, you're more than welcome to join. The initial downloads take about 15 minutes, and then if you come back to the server another day, it'll take to just load in. All the times synced, the cars are there, everything's there. You've got a massive list of cars. I think there's over 200, so pick your choice, have fun, and keep it clean. Until next time, goodbye for now.